Namaskaram. We'll start in 2 minutes. Let everybody gather up. For now, while we are waiting, it would be nice if you can sit comfortably, take some deep breaths, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and try to be as gentle to yourself as possible. You can normalize your breathing right now. I think we will start the session. So, welcome to the satsang again. And today, before heading to our dhyan session, I would like to talk about Pratyahar. What is Pratyahar actually? Withdrawal, if I speak in English in that way, to withdraw from something or withdraw something. In Ashtanga Yoga, Pratyahar does find its place pretty early in the dhyana from the dhyana stage, and hence it's very important to practice that actively in our lives. What now? How can a person practice Pratyahar? In terms of yoga, it is mostly the five senses that are kind of referred to, like withdrawal of the five senses, and it makes sense, right? If you are zen and you are quiet and calm sitting on your yoga mat or in a closed room with curtains drawn and everything, no noise entering that place, it's quite definite that you will be more meditative than in a place where, suppose, you are in the crossroads of a busy street, breezy locality or something. But does that mean in that crossroad you fail as a yogi? No. As I have been reading a yoga by Swami Vivekananda, and there he beautifully puts it there that an ideal man who is a yogi is somebody who has the same mentality when he is in a desert, and also the same mentality when he is in a in the crossroads of New York or something. So that is what a true essence of being a yogi is. So how do we even try to practice pratyahar in our daily lives? Because that's what we are aiming to achieve. It's not that some 5 minute or 10-minute job which we do every day and feel good about ourselves. It's a philosophy we practice for our entire lives. Now, if I talk about senses, then all these senses of touch, smell, vision, ear, you know, these senses, you cannot just say, okay, I am not going to sense anything. Or, uh, you know, even if a sound comes, okay, I'm not going to allow the sound to enter my ears. You cannot do that. That is not possible. So, what do we do? As a beginner and as a common person, having a lot of chores, a lot of interactions every day, and a lot of commitments. I think as an absolute beginner, try to accept whatever is happening around you. Suppose you're trying to meditate and the pressure cooker whistles. Instead of reacting to it like, oh, it just got messed up, accept it. because you're coexisting. You cannot be somebody outside the universe, right? You exist in this planet, on this planet, inside this universe, as an entire and one, as a whole and one. So, acceptance is something which is extremely important. I know we live in a very hostile times right now, but if we start making change in ourselves, firstly, we'll notice the positive changes within ourselves only. And, the moment we are better, we can definitely bring a change to our circumstances or our situations. So, how do we, as common man, practice pratyahar? Start with acceptance. If you see something which is uh, obnoxious, or something which excites you, or something which is brutal or something, just don't excite your heartbeat, accept it and move away from it. The choice is with you to, watch reels constantly, or to move away, or to watch some, you know, brutal movie going on, or to walk away from that. That's a way of withdrawal from visuals. Sounds. Sometimes we cannot really do away with sounds because it is something which is not completely dependent on us. So try to accept the volatility of the situation. Like, okay, something is going off. I can't do about it. Accept it. That's the first ground zero of pratyahar. Because until and unless you accept it, that it's happening, you cannot withdraw from it. First, you have to accept its existence. Similarly, as you work on your acceptance, you will see that you are developing a choice. That what do I do with this? What do I do with this sound? What do I do with this visual? What do I do with this feeling which I'm getting? And that's how you go in an advancement of pratyahar, where you actually can slowly shift your focus into what you want to focus and not be controlled by the factors or the senses. The senses are doing their own job. They're just gathering the data around you and producing it to your brain. And they are not doing anything, out of any bias. They are whatever is happening around you is being fed to you. So the choice is within you, what you do. And you start with acceptance. And then when you grow this habit of acceptance, you start exercising your choice. Choice of what do I do with this information? Shall I let it linger? What I'm doing right now, suppose I'm cooking and some annoying person is honking right outside my door. Am I going to focus on the person honking or am I going to concentrate on cooking? That's pratyahar. Pratyahar doesn't mean, I don't feel anything, I don't do anything. I withdraw. Withdrawal means when you have the power to choose which information you can exercise. It's otherwise everybody would have gone in Himalayas. And in Himalayas also you will not find peace because something or the other will happen. So this is one note or kind of take an as a philosophy that try to introduce this into your life to accept your surroundings, the information that your senses provide to you, and then try to follow up with it. Like, what do I do with this piece of information? Is it an important piece of information for me? Do I gain anything from it? How does it matter to me? And slowly, as you will be harnessing this power, it's not one day a magic wand will tap on your head and you will learn this power. And in my opinion, the worst scenarios in life are the best teachers of your life. And those are the times you actually practice your yoga philosophy and get succeeded. Like, you cross that barrier where it's kind of your, what I'll say, it's like a practical test. Like, you have been studying all the theory, and then these situations come in your life which actually test what you have learned. And when you overcome this or when you achieve it, that's when, self confidence comes in, that, hey, I can withdraw my senses. So, from today's session, take this away, that you begin with acceptance, and then don't just leave it on acceptance also. Okay, that's also harmful, because if you keep accepting the five senses, oh, I'm seeing reels, I accept I'm seeing reels, and continue watching reels, that's not going to help you anywhere. What you're going to do is accept the situation so that that reaction button is not triggered in your brain, and then follow up with, what can I do about this information that my senses have gathered? I'll allow, you know, 30 seconds of silence for you to let this sink in with you. Close your eyes for 30 seconds and just try to feel what I said, or try to assimilate whatever I spoke right now. And then we will slowly begin our satsang for dhyana. Now, keeping your eyes closed, sit in a comfortable position, but keep your spine erect so you can fully breathe. Eyes closed. Imagine the picture of your guru, whoever or whatever it is, and express your gratitude. After you have expressed your gratitude to your guru, please, you can start on your meditation journey. For beginners, you can just focus on your breath, how it goes, how it flows. Try to focus on the junctions of your breath, like between the inhale or exhale. And for people who are comfortable with this, try to focus in your between your eyebrows, the center point between your eyebrows. The session will be disconnected maybe after some time, but that doesn't mean you stop your flow. Meditate as long as you want to, and after you know, after you are done or you come back to consciousness or reality, sit for 1 minute at least in that place, and then start for your day. We'll begin meditating now.